Hey everybody, welcome back. You're probably thinking, what the heck is that? Well, this is your traditional English seaside fish and chips. Got cod there and chips. You can have all sorts of sauces though. You can have tartar, you can have brown sauce, you can have red sauce, salt and vinegar. But I just thought I'd share my dinner with you today because I'm extremely hungry. So, spin that round. Let's spin that round. So let's just get straight into it. Balancing very precariously on the edge of that thing. So, you know, this is pretty awesome. Yeah, I was right. I was right. I've not had that in a while, I must admit. But this is seaside fish and chips. Every chippy in England, every chip shop in England has their own batter taste. But I found ones by the seaside are better. I found. With small cone of chips for one person. But they're much, much better. So we'll just do this. I've got to do a review after this, so this video might be a tad long. Yum. That fish is awesome. Awesome. So the chips. Yummy. Aren't we lucky? But every town's got their own shop. Every town, more or less, has a chippy of some description. And you know, all the food tastes different. Further north you go, get the original fish cakes. I mean, literally fish cakes. And about 50 miles or so going up north, you get the original fish cakes that are made by hand, not the common fish cakes we get here. Yesterday was National Fish and Chip Day, which I just discovered this morning, so I'm just basically making up for it now. Get this over and done with and get on with the review then. Very windy and wet here today. It's been raining. We've got more rain on the way, but it's very, very windy out there at the moment. Very windy. Sort of like April out there instead of summertime. Oh man, this is awesome. This is awesome. Yum. Well, you guys in the States, you seriously don't know what you're missing out on. Open up chippies over there, I bet they do pretty well. I bet they do very well if they didn't charge a ridiculous price for it. It's like a basic price here. Maybe. Right, I'm going to finish this off and I'll come back. Yum. Right then, that was extremely nice. You know, like I said, every chip shop in England has their own batter, and in my view, you can't beat seaside fish and chips at the end of the day. Oh, fantastic. Pretty stuffed now, actually. Our supermarket has started stocking this. The guys in the States, you would know what this is, Idaho. I first saw that name in Married with Children. If you know Al Bundy, Married with Children over there in the USA. They started showing it here in the 90s. I have quite a few on VHS. But I do have the complete collection on DVD, which I still haven't finished watching yet. But they started doing Idaho perfect cheddar cheese mash. I have this quite regularly, and they do sort of garlic, cheese and bacon, original. There's something else, but I can't remember what the hell it's called. But Idaho are now made it to the UK, and I'm pretty happy. Because I probably waited about 20 odd years to get my hands on this. But they've started selling it now. So this makes a real good mash. It's like you can do it in a pouch. It's like sort of an MRE pouch thing. You don't have to sort of put it into a bowl. You can just literally do it in a pouch. But it's obviously easier in a bowl, but it's quite difficult in a pouch, I found. But it does have the tear notches, like the MRE pouch and the Ziploc thing. So, there you go. Oh. Idaho from the USA. March 2020, so that's basically all right till next year, but I'm going to be using this on Monday to have with my pie and mashed potato and peas. Anyway, so moving on. This is the, the Naval Action Ration. This came out in 1943. I'll give you a little bit of history on this, but I'm going to have to read it as I do it because I can't remember what the hell it said. This is like 75 years old. There was supposed to be like an MB, 6MB or 6BM or something like that on the back. Why it's not there, I don't know. So, you know, unfortunately, as you can see, the tin is empty. What a surprise. Steve 1989, he got one of these. If you want to see Steve's review, go to Steve 1989 and watch his review on this, as it had like mints and sort of I'll show you in a minute what the contents were in here, but to find one with the contents is extremely rare. Yeah, you can get these on eBay for probably under £20 or thereabouts, which is a bit sad really, because it's like 75 years old, man. This is probably here, that's probably there on D-Day. You just don't know, do you? Could be on one of the destroyers or battleships or cruisers. You just don't know. Or aircraft or whatever. You just don't know, do you? But we'll just do a bit of history on that. I'll show you what the contents are, because I've got it here. I always wanted one since seeing Steve's review. This, excuse me, this is the, the original contents of that ration. So you got like mince, just watch Steve's review, he basically just tells you what it is. But that is the original contents of that tin. I mean, is that awesome or what? What would be the chance of finding one of these intact? It probably will never happen. I've only seen one. That's the one Steve reviewed. It's got mints there, which you can replace. Probably get Werther's originals put in there as well and replace that. Whatever else is, I've actually forgotten. But there is the contents of the Naval Action Ration. Of course, pop over to Steve's channel and watch him review it, and you'll find out exactly what it is and what they taste like. So just spinning past the history here. Let's give me a minute. So this ration came out in spring of 1943. Supplementary ration known as a Naval Action Ration was introduced, housed in small, the small containers, airtight tin. This was a tin made of metal and had Naval Action Ration printed on the lid in grey, which it has. The lid was hinged from the rear, which it is. Inside the tin contained 6 Horlicks tablets, 4 barley sugar tablets, a pack of chewing gum, which we saw. These were tightly packed into the tin and can be seen here, as we just saw. So that was basically the contents of that. So it does go on. The rations were carried onto battleships, aircraft carriers, cruisers, destroyers, landing craft. Any ships escorting convoys for long distances. These tins were easily found today, although normally with the contents gone. So that's like a brief history of the Naval Action Ration, which I'm lucky to get my hands on. I've waited a long time to get my hands on a good one. This is pretty good and pretty intact. But just think, this could have been there on D-Day 75 years ago. Could have been on a landing craft. You just don't know, do you? You know, if only this tin could talk. There you do. But it's pretty, not bad condition for 75 years, is it really? Not that bad. Rust has held up pretty well. It's been stored very well. But I will treasure this. This is awesome. This is awesome. I love the old naval action ration. Wish I could find one with the contents and give it a try. This is the emergency flying ration Mark II from the Air Ministry, AM Air Ministry. So reads instructions carefully, which are of course on the bottom. Contents of barley, sugar, chewing gum, malted milk, tablets, energy tablets. So similar to the naval action ration, but the Air Force version. That's strange. So open, remove, tape. Yeah, this will tape around it, insert a coin or a knife or sharp edge in the slot and twist, which I've already sort of pre-done, as you can see. They've actually boo-booed because there was a rubber seal around the top of this, or something like that, with some more instructions and stuff like that in there. And you'd only sort of open this if you were told to open this by the commanding officer. But as you can see, these maybe have boo-booed a little bit because there's nothing in there. There's supposed to be words and writing in that inside this tin, and a rubber seal, from what I can remember. But it's only a repo tin, you know. What can you do? You know, it's a very good example of repo tin. Apart from the writing at the top, you know, it'd make a nice little ration box if you want to put your own rations in there. Find some barley sugar, which you can still get here in the UK. Pack of mints, easy. Werther's original or something like that, you know, along that line. You could just do your own ration, turn it into like a survival ration, couldn't you? Put fishing kit in there, matches, blades, you know, all the little bits and pieces you need. Seal it with black tape and then just take it out for the day, you know. See if we can find out some history on this. Let's see if we can find out some history. Right. So it just started raining. What a surprise. Got a lot of it to come today. Started around 43, around that era. Contents, be in reasonable condition, although some of the Horlicks tablets are a bit stained. These rations officially issued part of a dinghy survival kit, but saw wider distribution in practice, not for use or consumption. Stock code, blah 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 blah. It came in, I think, two different types. There's one with the arrow, the military arrow on it, which I think Steve did. So if you want to pop over to Steve's channel, Steve 1989, go and watch his review on that ration, and you'll see what the contents were. So, you know. Well, but yeah, so there you go. Just a brief history. It's been given to all flying officers, of course, and stuff like that. But it's missing the rubber seal and the thingy. So there you go. That is my review. So go to Steve 1989 and see what the contents were of these two rations. I've only got these for just display purposes only. I plan to put a shelf up and put all this onto a shelf with some other rations, basically like Steve done. I'm hunting for a shelf like his, like sort of stacked up. What I do, I'm going to put these two rations on it, sort of stand them up, and then, you know, bingo, Bob's your uncle. Oh, I've got one thing to show you. So basically, this came in the post the other day. I've only cut it, so let's just have a look, see what's in it, shall we? Ooh, there we go. One of those lucky bundle jobs on eBay. Awesome. It's almost a shame to open the bag, isn't it? It's still pretty well. Wow. Sellotape, I think, there. Right then, let's see what we've got, shall we? What have we got? Apple cinnamon muesli with milk, 100 grams. Excellent. These are past their sell-by date apparently, but as we all know, these rations keep for about 5 years before they go bad, or maybe sometimes longer. Yeah, October 2018 they ran out. Awesome. Well, that one ran out anyway. Let's see what else we got here. Instant porridge. Ooh, 55 grams. Wow. I've actually got one of these, but all the instructions got destroyed on the front of the packet. That also ran out in April 2018, as we all know. You keep for a while. I will be sending one of these to one of my buds, just to try it, see what you think of it, because I think there are some in here, I think. Fruitful Muesli milk, 100 grams, and that ran out 2017, so that's what we're getting on. As we know, they're pretty good. And this is Fruitful Muesli milk again. That ran out in 2014. My God, that's almost, that's on the limit. In fact, that's gone past the limit. Wow. Whoa, no way, that has gone past the limit. Let's have a smell. Yeah, they've got that army smell. Mick would know what I'm talking about, wouldn't you, Mick? That military army smell. I've got that smell about it, sort of old army smell. Instant porridge again, 2018. One of my buds will be getting that, just to give it a try. I might send the other one out if I can find it. I know it's in some rations somewhere. What's this? Fruitful Muesli milk again. 2016 that ran out. Wow. Awesome. So basically you want to eat the first one as soon as you can. It's like nearest sort of sell by date, isn't it? Past the sell by date, so I'll be smelling it. This is toasted muesli with milk, 100 grams, and that ran out in 2017. In January 2017. The last day of January 2017. Wow. So there you go. Just a bundle of breakfast. I will be sending 2 of these porridges to my buds when I send them something, just so they can try it. So basically, you know, if I ever get run out of cereal, or whatever, I could just open up one of these like I did last week. I had no cereal, so I just opened up a ration and had it. So it's just handy. It's handy to keep them. I will be having that 2014 one. I just want to get it out of the way, get it over and done with, because it's like getting old now. So it's, you know, like 5 years old. So it's best just to eat it and just see how it goes, basically. I might do a review on it, I might not, I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. Right, so that is my review of all this gear. Bundle on eBay, and they had that old army smell, as Mick would know what I'm talking about there. Or anyone else in the military in England, you know that that smell I'm talking about. When things smell old, it's got that sort of military old smell to it. So 2 rations, there we go on my shelf, on a get-well shelf like Steve's got. I want to find one, and I will be doing giving 2 of these porridges away. So I've got one spare but without instructions on it, but I can write instructions down. But we'll do maybe, I don't know, maybe a video, a breakfast video or something like that with these. I don't have a breakfast cereal bar that I've got a civvy one, but I don't have a military version. So there you go, some great rations though, just over £5, excellent. Actually under £10, sorry, for this little lot, but a hell of a lot for £10, isn't it? Whoa, serious. You said we are past the sell by date, but I thought, we all know about rations, so we know how long they last even. Brain fart. Right. I'll see you on Wednesday for the Polish 24-hour SRG, which I'm looking forward to, because as you know there's a heck of a lot of stuff in there. Heck of a lot of stuff. So have a great weekend, guys and girls. I'll see you on Wednesday. Cheers for watching. Thanks for watching. Comments on the last video. Appreciate that. It's a real gloomy, wet, windy day here in England. It's pants. Utter pants. Ugh. Right, I'm off. See ya.